Coming up on Chopper's Politics.
I've always turned Oprah down.
Yes. What was it like, Oprah,
Were you silent
or were you silent?
Should we do that? Chopper. Were you silent or were you silenced?
I was silenced.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Chopper's Politics. You may have already noticed I am not the Telegraph's chief political correspondent, Christopher Hope, but his loving wife, Mrs. Chopper. Long-time listeners to this show may recognise my voice from the background of previous episodes during lockdown, when I was telling our dog Queenie to stop barking as Christopher spoke to various politicians. Christopher often comes home talking about his various political sources, and I always tell him, Christopher, I am the only source you need. Now my introduction is out of the way, a very warm welcome to Chopper's Festive Quiz. Today's show is a break from the regular programme as we look back at the big political moments of 2021 through the lens of a good old pub quiz. I will be the master, or should that be mistress, of ceremonies and keeping those naughty journalists in line. So let's meet the teams. We, of course, have the usual host of this wonderful podcast, Christopher Hope, a man so obsessed with Westminster he once called our daughter Pollyanna politics by mistake.
True.
Do you have a team name?
Yes.
Come on, chop!
I was going to have it when Tim was here, and because Tim isn't here, we're going to be called the Majority of One.
Yeah, where is your friend?
Hot
is he
footing
coming?
in the House of Commons.
Okay, and on this occasion, the opposition is a formidable force. It's the woman whose political predictions are so astute, they've earned her the nickname Mystic Millie. The Telegraph's associate editor, Camilla Tominey, joined down the line by her esteemed colleague, columnist Michael Deacon. What team name have you two landed upon?
Michael?
I don't know, the new variants?
Yes, love that. It's got a 1980s sort of vibe.
It does, yeah. We could be a kind of singing duo, I think, Camilla. I don't know whether we're planning to sing during this game.
I could be the Andrew Ridgeley to your George Michael.
I love that idea, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
fantastic. Last Christmas.
Brilliant. So, here is how the quiz will work. Each round has a very distinct theme. Each team must buzz in before answering the question. Since some participants are remote, we will allow for some conferring time before I must insist you answer the question. Teams, I assume you have decided on your buzzers? Let's hear them.
That's my one. That's team Majority of One.
Maybe, Michael, you could get a glass or something.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yay! Team The New Variants. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
And Team The Majority of One. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yay. Let's get quizzical. Round 1, General Knowledge. Question 1. During a marathon 7-hour session, Dominic Cummings gave scathing evidence to MPs on what he considered to be the government's pandemic failures in May 2021. Who did he say would not make it through the next reshuffle because of the mess they had made in the Prime Minister's flat?
I think that's me.
I think that is Mystic Millie.
Isn't it Dylan the dog urinating everywhere?
Yes, it is.
Mystic Millie, well done. You answered the first question. Which of these did Lawrence Fox not do in 2021? A. Attend an anti-cancel culture conference with Nigel Farage. B. Announce he was going to star in a film about Hunter Biden. C. Gain over 47,000 votes in the London mayoral elections. I think that's Michael from the New Variants.
Is it C? Did he get fewer votes than that?
No, it's A.
No way.
A.
Yes,
I say A.
well done. A is the correct answer. The anti-cancel culture conference, which was due to feature Lawrence Fox and Nigel Farage, was cancelled due to insufficient ticket sales. Only 400 were sold.
Cruel.
No one cares.
It's a harsh world, isn't
Right, question 3. Why did Boris Johnson tell the UN General Assembly that Kermit the Frog was wrong in September? Ooh, I think Michael Deacon.
Well, because Kermit sang that it isn't easy being green, and the Prime Minister disagreed with this and said that it is.
That is brilliant knowledge from Deacon, isn't it?
And
I hope it's
follow-up,
right. Is it
Michael,
right?
Yes! That is correct!
And a follow-up, Michael, is did the UN leaders get the joke?
No, they did not. Or possibly they did get the joke but just didn't think it was funny. But anyway, it was greeted with a deafening silence, I believe.
Question 4. Why were comparisons drawn between Peter Stringfellow, David Icke and Tony Blair in April 2021? Ooh.
Could me and Michael confer at this point? I was going to say this is about being hirsute during lockdown, isn't it? That they didn't have
Yes,
haircuts.
exactly. The mullet.
Yes.
It was the mullet.
Should we go for that?
You're right, yeah.
Sarah, we think it's that they grew mullets in lockdown.
Ah, yes.
That's
well
a great
done.
answer. I mean, that mullet was disgraceful, wasn't it, on Blair? I mean, how you thought you got away with that?
Tony revealed that he'd kept his post-lockdown locks long, so it's quite difficult to say that, when he recorded an ITV interview on Scottish independence with a straggly grey mullet, prompting comparisons with the late nightclub owner and the conspiracy theorist. Yeah, it was awful. Absolutely terrible. Right, question 5. What was the then Downing Street press secretary Allegra Stratton forced to deny on behalf of the PM in January of this year?
Oh, God, weren't there quite a few things? January this year. It's hard to even remember what happened last week.
New lockdown. It was just lockdown, wasn't it? I don't remember anything apart from January, apart from lockdown.
Chopper!
She denied a bicycle journey to the Docklands by Boris Johnson.
Oh.
No, you're wrong.
No, okay.
Oh. I thought that was a really good answer.
Yeah.
That was a good
I thought it was gonna be
try.
right.
So, she had denied that he enjoys a daytime nap.
Oh.
Right.
Interesting.
Who doesn't enjoy a daytime nap?
Well, the thing is, you'd think he wouldn't mind being associated with daytime napping because Thatcher and Churchill both were.
Yes. Oh, and daytime baths.
Yes. Instructing people from baths completely
Yes,
naked.
yes, and leaping out.
Recently, Sajid Javid did say that Boris Johnson works literally every minute of the day. So no, he doesn't have naps during the day, and he doesn't even have them at night. He doesn't sleep at night.
No.
He works all the way through.
Yes.
1,440 minutes a day, 168 hours a week, or whatever it is, all the way through.
Resting, but never off
Which
duty.
Thatcher was
May go
nothing
some
next to
way.
him. Thatcher, just a layabout, took as many as
Yeah,
4 hours
absolute
sleep a night.
sloth.
Lazy. Bone idle.
We're speaking on the night of the big votes in the House of Commons before Christmas, and I've been with him just now, walking behind him, asking him questions if he's pleased that all these.
How did that go down, Chops?
He ignored me completely.
Right.
He's too
in the old
busy.
days, in the old days, he would listen and say,
"I can't answer your questions."
Okay, so question 6. The Ever Given blocked the Suez Canal back in March, but what was its intended final destination?
Ooh.
Rotterdam.
Well done!
Yes.
Oh,
look at
good
that.
knowledge.
Great.
Amazing.
That was quick!
Wow.
But did it get there in the end? I'm sure it got there in the end.
But how late was it? Do we know how
no,
many
I don't
days
know.
it was stuck in the sewers?
Don't know.
Are you some kind of container ship buff, Chris? That's very impressive knowledge.
I was a bit.
Do you collect
A lot of men, I think it is men, were obsessed about that ship just wedged like a kind of big toy ship.
You were obsessed because you're kind of obsessed with ships, if you don't mind me saying.
I was
do
just
like
thinking
ships.
the same thing, Mr.
Yes.
Kelly.
Does he speak about the Britannia at home? Does he sometimes call out Britannia in his sleep, Sarah?
Oh, yes.
Or
His greatest achievement. I've had 3 children and he still talks about the Britannia.
yes.
Should we rename the Britannia HMS Chopper?
HMS Chopper. I think that would be
The Queen is going to smash a bottle of champagne against you, Chris. She's going to launch you.
She might smash me against the ship and see what happens. Next question.
Question 7. Which dish did the PM claim he could make from memory despite not being the greatest chef?
Oh,
Oh, yes, Mystic Millie.
I feel like it's spaghetti bolognese.
Ooh, I feel like you're
No.
wrong.
Oh, maybe that's just the dish I can make from scratch.
Is it cheese on toast?
No, you're wrong. I think we are going to give Michael a go.
Is it chicken and mushroom pot noodle?
No, it isn't. I shall
If
tell
not,
you.
why not?
Because you're just making wild guesses and we're going to be here all night. Fish pie with haddock and prawns.
Right. Well, that's the first I've heard of
Yum. Sounds
it.
good. Okay, question 8. What did Boris say to Paris in response to the diplomatic row over the submarine deal agreed between the UK, US and Australia?
Oh.
Wasn't it Donnez-moi un break?
Yes.
Yes, it was. Donnez-moi un break.
That's the one.
Yeah, Mystic Millie and Michael from the new variants, you get half a point because he actually said prenez un grip and donnez-moi un break.
Prenez un grip.
And what did the Prime Minister say the following week at a donors' dinner? Donnez-moi un bid.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that wasn't him actually. It was someone else. I'll say it again.
That's a really
I'll
bad
leave
story.
it. It's a bad story. It wasn't even him.
Hashtag anecdote fail.
Don't bother with that.
Anecdote fail. I'm
Giles,
chairing this
edit that
quiz,
out.
not you. Right, end of round 1.
Oh, God.
So, scores on the door.
Don't just shout.
Oh, sorry. Okay, come on then. Scores on the doors. Producer Louisa, if you would be so kind.
Yes, so, unsurprisingly perhaps because he's on his own currently, Chris has 2 points
Oh, hello.
versus the new variants with 3.5.
Oh.
Oh, it's close though.
Closely fought.
When Tim Stanley gets here, that'll improve.
Right, time for a break. The house is now in recess, but don't go anywhere. We will return after this short break.
We're interrupting this podcast to bring you news of another Telegraph show we think you might like. It's called Planet Normal, and it's hosted by me, Liam Halligan.
And me, Alison Pearson. We're both Telegraph columnists who share the view that far too often those who shout the loudest on the telly just don't represent the views of normal people.
So take a trip with us to Planet Normal. We're joined by some stellar guests, well-known voices from politics, business and the arts.
All from different fields, but they have one thing in common. They're at the top of their game, but distinctly down to earth. The good news is I finally learnt what a podcast is and even how you subscribe to it. It's actually quite simple. Search for Planet Normal on your podcast app or click on the link in the show notes for this episode.
You don't really know what a podcast is, do you?
I am one. Look, I am one. Who needs to know what it is? I am one, okay? Shut up.
Okay, so round 2, this is called How Many? Question 1, how many private jets flew into Glasgow for the COP26 Climate Change Summit?
Oh, how many?
You need to confer with yourself. Maybe we should wait for Chris to give his answer because me and
No.
Michael don't want to confer and give away anything to Chris.
Okay.
We should write them down.
Are you Googling? Are you Googling?
I'm calling Tim Stanley. Hi, Tim. Tim, just briefly, how many private jets flew in to COP before the COP conference?
I think I know this, Michael, by the way.
300. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks, Tim.
All the
Okay,
pressure.
see you soon. Yeah.
300?
So the answer from the majority of one is 300. That's 300.
I don't know why, Michael, but the number 114 is in my mind because
Go on then.
Mystic Meg, you are pulling out
but I
numbers.
did write a piece on it and sort of talked about the hypocrisy of the royals, and I don't know why, but 114. But
Wow, that's fantastic. Although, just tactically speaking, if we just say 299, then we're bound to be closer, assuming it was less than 300. So,
I love that.
what do you
thinking.
think?
That's-
Let's go 114. That sounds
No,
brilliant.
go 299.
It's
then,
going to end
because-
up being 114, and then I look terrible. No, I want 114 now.
No. Go 299
This
because
is
I
not
think
fair. You
300
can't use my number and then go below
Yes, we
it.
can.
Well,
That's
that's
exactly what we do.
outrageous.
You either go one above or
Yeah.
one below.
Right.
That's it.
You are all wrong.
Oh.
It was 670.
No way!
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Thank you. We'll take
Yeah,
that point.
my goodness.
Majority of one, win
can't believe
1
it.
point.
114 may have been the number of private jets Harry and Meghan took in 2000.
Yes,
I
of
might be
course. I'm
confused.
sure it was. Right, question 2.
Right.
Which of the following lasted for the least amount of time? A. Andrew Neil's job at GB News. B. Matt Hancock's special envoy role at the United Nations. Or C. Boris Johnson and Rishi Sunak's participation in the self-isolation pilot scheme?
I know the answer.
Well, I think it's Matt Hancock's job because I think that was literally 24 to 48 hours.
It was B.
Both the new variants and the majority of one are wrong.
What?
The answer was C.
What was C?
The pilot scheme.
And for a bonus point, how long did the Prime Minister and Chancellor last in the isolation
Well, I
pilot
thought it lasted
scheme?
longer than a day. But, well, I would say it lasted for 5 days.
Nope.
I'd say 2 days.
Nope. Shall I tell you?
Yes.
2 hours, 38 minutes.
Is that right?
Oh.
Anyone? I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
Okay, very good.
For how long was Sweden's first female Prime Minister in office?
This was less than 24 hours, wasn't it? Because she formed a government and then resigned again. And then, or possibly, did she become Prime Minister once again after
Yes.
that? I forget that. But anyway, it's less than 24 hours.
So, well, hang on, you're going to give an hours there, haven't you? You're going to say an actual
Okay.
figure, Michael.
All right. What do you reckon, Camilla?
I want to say 18, but that's because of your adherence to 8 on the end of any
It's a
number we
Chinese
quote.
lucky number.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. We'll go with it. 18.
I'll say 28 hours.
The new variants have it.
Oh.
The answer was 12 hours.
Oh.
Social Democrat Magdalena Andersson swiftly resigned after her coalition partner quit the government and her budget failed to pass.
Lovely.
And Michael was right. She was then re-elected the week after. Question 5. Now, this is one for Mystic Millie. How many words were there in Buckingham Palace's response to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's Oprah interview?
The recollections may vary. Well, I can visualise it now, and it is 3 paragraphs long.
Okay.
So say if I just look at this little script I've got in front of me, just to do a quick calculation of how many words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
I'm going to
15,
say
16,
30
17.
words.
So 17 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's 17 times 6, Michael? I'm functionally enumerate, so I can't tell you that.
6 is 34. Well, I'm going to say 56. That is the answer from the majority of one.
What
Okay.
words altogether?
Yeah.
17 times
Okay,
6.
56, that's your final
7
answer.
sixes are 42, are they? 1 6 is 6, add 4.
This is riveting
10,
podcast.
102.
I mean,
I think
was
it's
about to say
perhaps.
that.
I think we should say 112.
Yep, right, okay. And the majority of one said 56, and therefore the winner of that question is the majority of one.
what's the
There was
answer?
61 words.
You're joking.
You see?
It felt longer.
Life does.
Yeah.
And check this out. The Telegraph's very own Alison Pearson appeared on Oprah's sofa herself some 20 years ago to promote her best-selling book. Has anyone else ever been asked?
I've always turned Oprah down.
Yeah.
Yes.
She-
What was that line of Oprah? You know.
Were you silent
Silence or were you silent?
Should we do that? Should we do that? Chopper,
Yeah.
I shall say.
One for you.
Chopper, were you silent or were you silenced?
I was silent.
Right. Question 6. As of today, what is the combined age of all 3 Brexit secretaries?
All 3 Brexit secretaries. Oh, so DD, Stephen Barclay.
Yeah.
Who is it now?
Rob was Brexit Secretary for a bit.
One.
Rob.
Was he one for a bit?
Rob's about 45.
Well, no,
Stephen Barclay.
Stop talking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I don't mind talking.
That's very bossy.
Well, no,
I'm
because
going to
only
take a
because-
point away if you're going to be rude.
I reckon it must be 150, shall we say? Camilla?
Yeah, that's exactly what I've got, Michael. 150, look, on this piece of paper.
I've written 160 on the.
I think we should stick 150.
But how old have you said DD is?
Oh, it's just a guess because there's 3 of them.
Oh.
Just 350s. Averaging them out.
is nearly 70. I mean, he's
What?
Really?
Okay, so it's... Hang
No,
on a
you
minute,
can't change
Michael.
it now.
No, hang
Barclay's
on.
not very
We
old.
haven't submitted. I think we should say a bit higher, Michael, because I've calculated Raab's about 45,
Is he?
Barclay's about 48, and then if I've put DD 57, which adds
No.
up to 150.
Well, that's
but
why
if
I
he's
said 160,
67,
160.
we should
Okay.
go for 165, I think.
Okay, so your final
Right, I think
answer,
you're right.
new variants 165. Chopper, the
160.
Right.
They've won. I know they've
Yes,
won.
the new variants have won.
Wow. Well
The
done,
answer
Will.
is 168. Stephen Barkley
Yes.
is 49.
Because Didi's old.
David
Look.
Davis is 72. And Dominic Raab is 47.
Wouldn't know, would you?
Well, my answer of 150 really flattered them, didn't it?
Yeah,
That
if you're
really
listening,
flattered
Don Rob, I said you're 45.
On that
was a
maxim,
generous
Dominic
answer.
Raab
Steve
is
Bartley,
32.
Look, now Tim Stanley has arrived. Tim, welcome to this crazy quiz.
Merry Christmas.
Good to have you on. And you're of course, our chief leader writer on the Sunday Telegraph and also our sketch writer, aren't you?
That is correct, but I can't remember anything about the last week, let alone the last year.
No, there's been some tricky ones so far, but we're okay.
Hello, Tim. Right. Question 7. This is a bit of a tricksy one, as you say. For the cost of one track and trace, how many of Dominic Raab's favourite chicken and bacon sandwiches from Pret for £4.65 could you afford?
Well, that's
Tim,
like
what is
50
it?
billion
Yes, yeah.
pounds, or whatever it was.
Is it 37?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or 9.
Yeah.
It's in
Tim's
that
got some
ballpark.
very good answers here. Tim, our team is called the majority of one.
Right.
Tim, answer please on behalf of the majority of one.
Well, you have to do the maths. I mean,
Oh.
I don't know the maths.
you're
are, but I'm
mouthing
saying-
numbers at me, like-
So it's the number. It's the number you can buy. Well, it was. I think it was 37 billion.
Yeah.
For track and trace.
Yeah.
So what is 4
Divided by
pounds?
4.764. Oh my goodness.
All right, well, 9
Eight and a half billion is our answer.
Right, the majority of ones say 8.5 billion. Right, final answer.
Correct.
And what about the new variants?
8.5 billion and 1.
Right,
That might not
think.
be as clever as you think, because it could be less.
Yeah, I
I
don't- the
think,
answer-
I
I don't- the
think,
answer,
and
so I'm
please
just
forgive
going
me
out
if
one.
I'm wrong in this, I'm no good at maths. The majority of one have it.
Oh, hello. What's the answer?
The answer is 7.95
Ooh.
6989247.31 million.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 7.956989247.31 million, but we've just said
Not
No.
billion, but
No.
Because track and trace cost 37 billion.
it did.
So how can it be million when £4?
Right, the majority of one are right. The producers have
Yes.
messed up, and they are the losers. Sorry.
yes.
I don't mean to be
Good.
horrible to the lovely producers, but I'm afraid they were wrong this time.
Okay, come on.
Okay,
Right.
question 8. Oh, you'll love this. The sensationally popular podcast, Chopper's Politics, has been listened to how many times?
Oh,
Oh.
well, I won't answer this one.
No.
Tim,
Because
have
you're
a guess.
always telling me, and it's very boring.
It's not how many times it's been listened to by me.
No, on repeat, as you can't sleep.
Well, it must have hit some major milestone.
I'd say 1 million times.
Okay.
I think we should go higher than that, Michael,
Yeah.
because it's been going quite a long time.
Don't say
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you know,
I'm bored of it.
So should we say 2 million and then we're a bit in the other direction?
Let's do it.
Okay, final answer 2 million.
Yeah.
Majority of one, final answer 1 million. Well, you're both very, very wrong. I think maybe Chopper should tell you.
Well, I think it's more like 6.5 million.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Oh, but we are closer, to be
They
fair.
are closer.
Yeah, you are, yes.
We get a
Yeah.
point.
I mean, Tim Stanley was a friend of mine in the old days, and now it's just kind
Oh, chops. Well done, mate.
That's right. There's no faith in this broadcasting.
Tick
no
VG.
idea nor any faith in this whole podcasting activity.
Right, I think we need a quick roundup of who's winning. Producer Louisa.
Well, the scores on the doors are the majority of one 5, the new variants 6.5.
I think we've improved since you arrived, Tim.
Round 3. Who said this? Question 1. Who said this? We represent the most jiving, hip, happening, and generally funker politician party in the world.
Oh.
Ooh, I think Michael Deacon. On the
Boris
buzzer.
Johnson.
Who?
Boris Johnson.
Yay.
Oh.
Boris Johnson at the 2021 Conservative Party conference
Okay.
speech.
Excellent.
But why did he say it?
Was it about Michael Gove dancing? And
Yes, the clue was
Oh,
Scotland.
yeah. Totally. Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for John Bon Jovi. Living proof. Living proof that you all represent the most jiving, hip, happening and generally funkapolitan party in the world.
Is that a bonus point?
Yes, that is a bonus point. I will give you a bonus point.
You can't ask for points.
No, we can. And we will. Thank you.
After a video circulated of Michael Gove spotted dancing in an Aberdeen nightclub, Boris Johnson joked that sending top government representatives to nightclubs is the living proof that we represent the most jiving, hip, happening and generally funker politician party in the world.
Ah.
Okay, so question 2. Who said this? Please refer to me as Britney Spears as from now on. Who? Yeah?
Jackie Weaver.
Yay! Jackie Weaver.
And she has the authority.
Please refer to me as Britney Spears from now on.
The infamous line, "You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver," was of course not said by Jackie herself, but by the chairman, Brian Tolver.
Yes.
Yes,
Correct.
so- Question 3, who said this? Crime has been falling, and not just because we took the precaution of locking most of the public up for the last 18 months. Oh, I think that's mistake,
Boris
Millie.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson said that in his Conservative Party conference speech, I think.
Yes, he did. Well done. A point for the new variants.
Very good.
Crime has been falling. And not just, by the way, because we took the precaution of locking up the public for much of the last 18 months, but because you have a Conservative government.
Question 4. Who said this? Ooh. You can shove your climate crisis up your... ... And that's as far as I'll go with that quote. Let's just say derriere.
Oh, Tim, who's it?
Nigel Farage?
Oh.
Nope.
Good shout. Farage from Majority of One.
No, it wasn't. That's your final answer, Nigel Farage.
Michael, was it one of Greta Thunberg's outbursts?
Oh, interesting.
You might be right.
Go on then.
You might
Yeah,
be
we'll
right.
go with it.
Is that your
Let's
final
do it,
answer?
yeah.
For that?
Final answer? Yes. It was Greta Thunberg. She's...
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant,
yeah, you're right.
Greta Thunberg sang these words when demonstrating against a lack of action by world leaders on the climate crisis at the COP26 in November.
You can shove your climate crisis up your... You can shove your climate crisis up your... You can shove your climate crisis...
Good answer.
Okay, well done. Chopper's got his mouth full, so he won't be very helpful next time. Right.
Got a mince pie, sorry.
Okay, who said this? Get out of my pub.
Oh, is there more? I was going to say Peggy Mitchell and EastEnders. It's got nothing to do
why,
with this quiz.
why this year?
I can give the circumstances, but not a name.
Go
The
on.
lovely Tim Stanley.
Is that all right? It was when Keir Starmer visited,
Oh, yes, in Bath.
but I don't know the name of the landlord.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the landlord of a pub in Bath said, get out of my pub to Keir Starmer when he's campaigning, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In the local elections in
Is
May.
that good enough, a landlord?
I think that's fair enough. You can't
There
name
will
the
be a
pub, can you,
bonus
surely?
point for anyone who could name him.
Jeff the
Sounds
landlord.
good.
How about Al Murray? I mean, how do you even name a landlord? I mean,
Cyril, Cecil, James, Dan, Duncan, Bill.
Landlord Rod Humphreys, who runs...
oh, Rod Humphreys.
Of course he was.
Why didn't we guess
Excellent.
Rod
It
Humphreys?
was going to be Rod, wasn't
who
it?
co-runs the Raven pub in Bath, channelled Peggy Mitchell when he
Yes.
asked Sir Keir Starmer to leave his pub
Don't
back
be
in
marked
April.
though, Camilla.
And on
You can't
why he asked
channel
Sir
it.
Keir to leave, Mr Humphreys later said, I heard that the Labour Party were coming round and he turned up and I told him what I thought of him. Basically, I think he has utterly failed us as leader of the opposition. He has completely failed to ask the questions we need asking.
That man is not allowed in my pub. Get out of my pub. Go on. Get out of my pub.
Question 6. Who said this? Please snog cautiously.
Sajid Javid.
Final answer?
No,
No. It's the woman. It's
is
that
it Joey's
woman.
coffee?
Yes.
No, she said don't snog.
Did she? Okay, sorry.
I
Say
think it was
Sajid then.
Ja-
Then say Sajid then.
No, I think she said don't snog, and Javid replied do snog.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, that's
agree?
final answer.
Yeah, I
Any
agree.
ideas for the new
Majority of
variants?
one, we're gonna say Javid.
Okay, you're going Javid. And what about the new variants?
Mike?
Well, I suppose we'll just have to go Tree's coffee then. What do you reckon?
Yeah,
Camilla?
I think so.
Right. Health Secretary Sajid Javid. A point.
Oh, well done.
A point for the majority
She
of
was
one.
responding to.
The health secretary told people they could kiss who they wished under the mistletoe this Christmas after Work and Pension Secretary Therese Coffey told Robert Peston she didn't think there should be much kissing under the mistletoe.
No.
People can snog who they wish. Yeah, I'll certainly be kissing my wife under the mistletoe. It's a Javid family tradition.
Have you all been following this advice?
Well, yes, I've been kissing my wife under the mistletoe. Michael,
Sarah, you're asking your own husband.
Who have you been kissing, Michael, in Gravesend?
This round has gone on long enough.
Camilla, having okay?
I haven't kissed anyone under the mistletoe because I haven't had any mistletoe.
Oh no!
I know, what's wrong with me? I need to redecorate the house.
The parties we go to, we always wear latex masks. So.
Tim, you're oversharing now. You're oversharing.
When you say we.
Yeah, like we've been to these parties.
Tim's not speaking on behalf of the whole Telegraph there.
Right, question 7. Who said this? I made a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake for which I'm truly sorry for.
Oh.
Oh, I think, was that Mystic Millie again?
Oh, hang on, Michael, bit of conferring here, because I was initially thinking Matt Hancock, and then I was thinking Allegra Stratton, but she didn't say terrible, 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 did she? Or maybe she did in that tearful.
I think it was her, but
okay, let's.
Because I don't think Hancock would have put it. Because
No,
I don't
he didn't
remember Hancock
actually
doing an
apologise.
emotional statement like
That's
that.
right.
Did he?
Let's say Allegra Stratton, please.
Right, now, majority of one.
Okay, that's
Stanley.
your final answer. Majority of one. Come on.
What are we going to say?
We're going to say what you said.
Well, Matt.
Yeah, Matt Hancock said it.
Yeah.
To the Peston programme.
Okay, I have got news for you. You are both wrong.
Oh.
It was Dominic Cummings on his ill-advised trip to Durham.
Oh.
Although the incident happened last year, it was in 2021 that the country heard the PM's former advisor's explosive evidence to the Health and Social Care Committee about the government's handling of the pandemic. It was during this evidence that he said these words, as well as admitting that his trip to Durham was a complete disaster that undermined public confidence.
Now, at this point, I made just a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake, which I'm extremely sorry about.
Okay then, who said this? People need to get off their pelotons and get back to work.
I know. Well, I was there.
You can't say. I don't think you should be allowed to answer this.
I prompted the question. The answer.
This is up to Tim. If Tim would like to answer it for your team, that's fine, but I don't allow you to do it.
Nigel Farage?
No!
How hot is it in here?
I'm just going to keep saying Nigel Farage until it's right. say something really right wing.
Shall we confer before Chopper gives his
sorry,
answer?
I didn't know who it was.
Isn't it Michael?
He was a Tory minister, but I'm trying to think which one it was.
Was it Rishi?
I don't think it was, because he is a Peloton user himself, so I don't think he would have done that.
He is indeed.
Who else is there? Rob, Gove. No, they wouldn't have done that. Who is?
Okay, he's got blonde hair.
Oh, don't tell her that.
Oh no, but it wasn't Boris.
Great, even better.
Well, it can't be Michael Fabricant either.
No.
Oliver Dowden?
I thought he was ginger.
The answer is Oliver Dowden, because he said it at a recording of Chopper's Politics podcast at the party conference. When I said to him, I think it was a civil servant had said how she enjoyed being on a peloton and having meetings, and Oliver Dowden, as the new chairman of the party, stepped in and said, "Get off your peloton and back to work." And that was pre-Omicron, that statement.
Very good.
The policy now is definitely to return to work.
Get back in your
I'm going to
peloton.
leave that. I'm going to leave it up to your wonderful producers to decide who's going to get a point for that one.
Oh, the power. Okay. I think that the new variants should get a point because they did name a Peloton user, and that was a bonus question. The Chancellor Rishi Sunak owns a Peloton, and I think majority of one should probably get a point too because Chris did know the answer.
The answer.
Well, yeah, I held back from answering it.
I think people need to get off their pelotons and get back to their desks.
And that brings us up to the end of this delightful festive treat. It is time for the final scores on the doors. Louisa, if you would be so kind. Da, 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 da.
So, as we come to the end of the quiz, majority of 1, 9, but they sadly didn't ever quite catch up. So, storming ahead to take the crown are the new variants with 11.5.
Oh, well done, variants.
Mickey
Well
D
done.
and Cammy T, dream team, absolute dream team.
If you enjoyed listening, then make sure you follow this podcast and leave a glowing review on Apple Podcasts. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, you're more than welcome to email chopperspolitics@telegraph.co.uk, or it's @chopperspodcast on Twitter. And if you'd like to get in touch with me, my email is mrshope@
Right, stop right there. Thank you, Miss Hope. No more fans getting in touch with you. Thank you very much. If you want more top-notch political analysis, head to telegraph.co.uk/newsletters, where you can subscribe to mine. The Choppers Politics newsletter delivers the inside track from Westminster to your inbox every weekday. Plus, you can read my Peterborough diary column, which brings all the insider gossip you need from the corridors of power every weekend. Camilla?
And if you don't already, please do consider subscribing to The Telegraph for journalism much more serious than this. Head to telegraph.co.uk/chopper for 30 days for free.
Thank you to all our guests, Christopher Hope, Camilla Tominey, Michael Deacon and Tim Stanley. Thank you to the tireless producers and questionnaires, Louisa Wells, Giles Gear, Theodora Laludis and Isabel Boujard.
Have a really good Happy New Year. Until next time, cheerio! Oh, that's better. Look at that. Happy Christmas, everybody.